Hey guys, it's me. I'm back again for another week. Set the clocks back last night, and I was just hoping we could set it back to like January 21st. So gas was $2 less than it is now, and the insanity that's going on in the world may return to a different version of insanity, maybe a less expensive version. However, I have to say, the squirrels may need a new clock or to discuss this fallback stuff. They need an analog, a digital, I don't know. Because they were up at like 4:35 and like regular fallback time. So I've been up all day. It's insanity. It was like a big party at my house. Thursday is Veterans Day. I'm drinking a little Long Island iced tea mango today. Very good. I want to thank all those veterans who served our country to fight for our freedoms. Those freedoms apparently do not include the freedom of choice for a vaccine because we're being mandated now. I am pro-vaccine as my choice. However, I do respect anyone else's choice because I am an American and because we have that freedom. With that said, I just want to thank some of my personal friends who were veterans, my friend Mike and my friend Rob, my uncle and my grandfather. I'm sure I don't want to forget anybody, but thank you all you veterans. Here's one of you guys. Thank you. We have Whispering Joe still whispering at conferences. Not only is he whispering, he's falling asleep. He was at the climate conference and he dozed off, and I just kept waiting for his head to pop back, but his handlers came out, and his handlers got him a note, and they had to get out there. Like, can you imagine the bells and whistles? Joe's sleeping, go get him. What is more of a panic? Joe sleeping at a conference or him sundowning around the White House trying to escape? That's a full-time job, man. That is a staff being a Whispering Joe handler. It's just insane. Just makes me think, this climate change conference, how important could climate change be if the man is falling asleep? I don't know, just saying. Now, he's still planning on giving $450,000 to these illegals who snuck in our country illegally for being separated from their families. I got an idea. How about we give our military more who were separated their families for years serving our country for freedom? Except the freedom of the choice for the vaccine. Now, some Hollywood fool, and the Hollywoods are full of fools, some Hollywood fool came out and said that this is the greatest year of presidents ever because Build Back Better was passed. Greatest ever. Maybe somebody didn't tell this guy about Afghanistan, the immigrant crisis at the border, gas prices going up at $2. It's just insanity that anybody could think this. But it is Hollywood, and it's the esteemed Robert De Niro. The same guy who got up there and said F Trump, and that was okay, applauded, but was on TV the other day saying how bad it is and how disrespectful it is to say let's go Brandy. Can you imagine that? Only in Hollywood. I said we should shut that place down, man. Who needs it anyway? We got reality TV. We can watch about fat people, about people with 100 kids, about 90 days, dating. So many reality TV. We don't need movie stars anymore. But the new Queen of Stupidity may very well be our Vice President, Queen of Stupidity Harris, who is at an environmental justice study with some scientist who is tracking trees from space. And she wanted to know if he could track trees by race. That will help justice by tracking trees by race. Not sure, but I never learned about cedar, elm, maple, oak. Are they races? Or are they different kind of trees, Kamala? AOC, you got somebody sneaking right behind you. You better say something stupid quick. She probably did already. Or you'll fall off that precipice. Now, the Virginia governor has lost because he said some really absurd things in his campaign. Like he's a proponent for public school. However, the big dummy's got 5 kids. They all went to private school. Not public, private. How good can those public schools if you chose to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to it? 5. That's interesting because that's kind of like counting and that's math. Apparently math is, again, we all know it's racist, steeped in white supremacy. But now a study has shown, I don't even know what this study was, that math is also violent. I wasn't very good in math, but it wasn't very, very violent to me. Apparently, the number 69 is a real killer. Oh my gosh, math is violent. Can you imagine these idiots? It's just bizarre. It really, really, really is bizarre. Now, speaking of knowledge and being smart, my wife was reading a book of knowledge. She said, hey, I'm reading this new book of knowledge. And I said, hey, it must be written by a woman. She threw it at me. Par for the course. And the squirrels, everything's going on good here with the squirrels, but I picked up the squirrel from school the other day, and a cat ran across the front of the school, and I, hey, dude, look at a blue cat! And he turned around to me, dead in the eye, and he said, Dad, it's genetically impossible to have a blue cat. You need to learn about DNA. It's just strands. And I just said, yeah, I was joking. I don't even know how to answer. I don't know if they're teaching him these things in school to be smart or to be a smart ass. Because it's very hard for me to tell sometimes. But the kid is quick. Quick. He probably gets that from me, but the smart ass from his mom. Because everybody knows I'm not a smart ass. Oh. So another show I was watching, there was a panel of young men talking about why they're planning on getting married. So they got to this one man, and he said, young, probably 21, 22, and he said, one of the perks are going to be that I can have sex whenever I want. I'm thinking the dude didn't have a father at home to guide him through anything and let him know what really goes on when you're married. It's not like a free pass, like a sex parties every night. He's in for a big disappointment. That may not be the number one reason you want to get married, bro. I mean, come on, man, as Joe would say, you gotta have a lot to learn. So you better have some other reasons in your back pocket. But having sex every night ain't one of them. Now, what are you gonna say? Just so you know, in case you're curious, Sand, who's been around for the dawn of time, like, I'm as old as Sand right now, is being inducted to the Toy Hall of Fame. It is a very versatile toy. I never realized sand was a toy. Never realized. I know we've all played with sandboxes, but it's actually a toy. Go figure. Learn something new every day. It took me 52 years to learn that fact. Is anyone else getting emails about Hardstool? I just want to know, how did they know who to send them to? I'm just really curious about that. How did they know who to send them to? Now, we have these other numbskulls in the news complaining about school bus cameras. Channel 12 is our local news, and one of the counties here in Long Island, school bus cameras are generating a lot of money. So some numbnuts comes on, they said, they're trying to trap us with these cameras. No, dummy. Nobody's trying to trap you. You went through the stop sign when the school bus came out. So it wasn't a trap. You broke the law. How about not breaking the law? So then he further says we need to be educated to what those stop signs mean. Educated to what the stop signs mean on a bus. Really? Stop? S-T-O-P? Maybe English is racist too, but he was a white guy, so he should have known that. I don't know anything about that. They should educate us. Are you kidding me? Now, they had a doctor's appointment. I go for my checkup, my 5-month checkup for the knees, and everything's doing great. Everything looks great. So I get there, and my appointment's at 5:20. So I'm there. It's about 5 o'clock, 5:10. A woman walks in, and she says, I have an appointment at 5:45, but I'm early. I need to use the bathroom. So it's about 5:10. She came out of that bathroom, and, doctors always run late. It was like 5:35, and I was still waiting my turn. And she rolled up out of that bathroom. I don't know what I feel bad for worse. Those pipes or the next fool are going to that bathroom. She was in there for like 25 minutes. What was she doing in there? Can you imagine? I had to come early, so that is the bathroom. The piping in my house can't quite take the load that I'm going to deposit right now. Going to the doctor to go to the bathroom. That's classic. Really is. Let me see. What do I got here? Oh, now we're in a society where gender. We no longer want to use words that genderize. I don't know. I once said, let's make men men again. But can we just make men men again and women women again? Is that really hard? Is that really difficult? Now we're getting rid of gender words? I mean, we continue to devolve. It's funny because I can't even still believe it, but I know it happens every day. It really is insane. It's almost insane. There's this dude robbing a bank and putting lemon juice on his face because he knows lemon juice is used as invisible ink. True story. Don't know where that could have been, but he's probably related to either Kamala Harris or AOC, because you can't be that stupid with having a relation being the queen is stupid. Can you imagine? I like the way he was thinking, but it doesn't make sense. That's not even the best story of the week. An elderly couple down south mistakenly lit their house on fire. Elderly couple, house on fire because they were using a blowtorch. for sex games? So many questions. Where do you start? What kind of sex game starts with, hey, honey, let's get out the blowtorch? I'm just curious. Do I need a blowtorch? Do you need a blowtorch? I don't know, but there must be some safety precautions. Apparently, because you like the house on fire. I hope they finish first before the house on fire, though. It's real. A blowtorch. My God. I gotta go on Amazon and see if I can get one of those. Oh my gosh. It really is ridiculous. So there's not really much this week. Here we go. My piece of advice. Dear Angry Mac, my husband and I are very wealthy. My brother happens to be very sick, and he raised me. And he's looking for money for medical bills because he needs help. He hasn't worked in a while. I don't approve on giving money to lazy people. That money is to make myself and my husband comfortable. I'm really not sure what to do. Can you help? Yes, I can help. Give the man the money. He's sick. He raised you. You are a disgusting, miserable human being. I mean, I can't even believe you would have the nerve to write that in. You are a subhuman. I don't even understand. I've read some bad things. You're just writing, so there's some fool out there, like you're the person who goes to the doctor looking for your diagnosis. How many people can I ask before somebody says, oh no, keep your money, don't give it to him. Who cares if he dies? Whoa. Who cares? He raised you? Who cares? But on that point, today is my sister's 50th birthday, and I'll be at a party for her in a little bit. I started drinking my mango iced tea a little early. Gonna have to figure out how to stay up all night. So listen, happy birthday, sis. I love you. Go find somebody you love. Give him a hug. Give him a kiss. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Every day somebody loses a person they love. Every day somebody doesn't get to say I love you or doesn't give that last hug, that last kiss. Appreciate what you have because everything else is nonsense. We all know that I'm a bunch of nonsense. Hey, I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Cheers.